Alright then. Friend of Red Jenny. Location near Valrio is revealed by the clues left by these Friends of Red Jenny. Let's see exactly who these Friends of Red Jenny are.
If I might have a moment of your time.
Yes.
Grand Enchanter Fiona?
Leader of the Mage Rebellion. Is it not dangerous for you to be here?
I heard of this gathering, and I wanted to see the fabled Herald of Andraste with my own eyes.
Well, here I
If it's
am.
the breach you seek, perhaps you should look among your fellow mages.
You weren't at the conclave.
I'm surprised the leader of the mages wasn't at the conclave.
Yes. You were supposed to be, and yet somehow you avoided death.
As did the Lord Seeker, you'll note. Both of us sent negotiators in our stead in case it was a trap. I won't
Wow.
pretend I'm not glad to live. I
Trust.
lost many dear friends that day. It disgusts me to think the Templars will get away with it. I'm hoping you won't let them.
You think the Templars did this?
So you think the Templars are responsible?
Why wouldn't she?
Lucius hardly seems broken up over his losses, if he's concerned about them at all. You heard him. You think he wouldn't happily kill the Divine to turn people against us? So yes, I think he did it. More than I think you did it, at any rate.
Why speak to us now,
The mages weren't willing to talk to the Inquisition before. Why now?
Because now I've seen what you are. And I've seen the Chantry for what it is. Consider this an invitation to Redcliffe. Come, meet with the mages. An alliance could help us both, after all. I hope to see you there. Au revoir, my Lord Herald.
Come. Let us return to Haven.
I'm not so sure I should trust all this. And we're not going to Haven. We're going to that courtyard. We've got some friends of friends to meet with. That's the right way to say it, or the friends of someone. How do you put enemies to sleep this time? I haven't seen any spells that do that yet. I haven't even seen the entropy school seems to be completely gone, along with arcane and creation. Kinda sad. What have we got? Mercenaries. Looks like 2 melees and a... Alright, well, as usual, we'll start with Solas applying the barrier. We'll have Cassandra attack that. She'll use challenge when it is necessary. Varric will open up with a long shot on him. I will use a chain lightning on these two. And action! Explosive effect. And there we go. Those guys would have attacked me anyway. They wouldn't have shown them as enemies if they didn't. This seemed like the wisest choice. Ring velvet. Now, who is it exactly that we're doing this for, Ah. So this is not the way to go. All the more reason to check it out. Because there is always loot to be found, if you knew it to look. Alright, we shall open the door. Whoa! Whoa!
Herald of Andraste, how much did you expend to discover me? It must have weakened the Inquisition immeasurably.
I don't even know
I don't
who you
know
are.
who you are.
You don't fool me. I'm too important for this to be an accident. My efforts will survive in victories against you elsewhere.
You sure?
Just say what?
What is that?
Squishy one, but you heard me, right? Just say what? Rich tits always try for more than they deserve. Blah, blah, blah. Obey me. Arrow in my face. So, you followed the notes well enough. Glad to see you're kind of plain, really. All that talk, and then you're just a person. I mean,
Nice
it's all
to meet
good,
you
isn't it?
too.
The important thing is you glow. You're the herald thingy.
Okay, it's not reacting. Why is my mouse not... Why is the wheel not responding to my... I guess I'll just use the number keys then. Some say that. Who are you?
Some believe I'm the Herald of Andraste. But who are you? And what's this about?
No idea. I don't know this idiot from Manners. My people just said the Inquisition should look at him.
Your people? Elves?
No. People.
What kind
Name's
of people?
Sarah. This is cover. Get round it. For the reinforcements. Don't worry. Someone tipped me their equipment shed. They've got no breaches.
What the...
But.
Why didn't you do that?
Yes, she's certainly lighthearted, I'll give her that.
Friends really came through with that tip. No breaches. So,
What the hell?
Last day. You're a strange one. I'd like to join.
I would like to know... I know your name, but what the hell? I'd like a real introduction.
How about we get to know each other first? You know, names and such.
One name. No, wait, two. Well, it's like this. I sent you a note to look for hidden stuff by my friends. The Friends of Red Jenny. That's me.
Your...
Well, I'm one. So is a fence in Montfort, some woman in Kirkwall. There were 3 in Starkhaven, brothers or something. It's a
What?
name, yeah? It lets little people, friends, be part of something while they stick it to nobles they hate. So here,
I like
in
this
your
group
place,
already.
I'm Sarah. The Friends of Red Jenny are sort of out there. I use them to help you. Plus arrows.
You can provide... Damn it, why is my mouse not responding to this? Can you provide noble allies? So you are offering spies?
The Inquisition has spies already. Can you add to these professionals?
Here's how it is. You important people are up here, shoving your cods around. Blah, blah, I'll crush you.
That's not...
Ooh, crush you. Then you've got cloaks and spy kings, like this tit. Or was he one of the little knives, all serious with his little knife? All those secrets, and what gave him up? Some houseboy who don't know shite, but knows a bad person when he sees one. So no, I'm not knifey shiv dark, all hidden. If you don't listen down here too, you risk your breeches. Like those guards, I stole their... Look, do you need people or not? I want to get everything back to normal. Like you.
5... Who exactly are you? She is weird! She is really weird, but I like her.
So who are your Friends of Red Jenny? You must know them.
It's not hard to understand if you're not trying to waste your day on it.
Huh?
Someone little always hates someone big. And unless you don't eat, sleep, or piss, you're never far from someone little. Doesn't always work out, but a lot of people hated this guy. Someone got a laugh, someone got even, someone got paid. And someone has to have explained to them that free help is good.
Why ask if I glow?
Back there you wanted to know if I glowed. Why?
That's what you do, innit? You walked out of somewhere, and now you glow. Andraste's herald.
Apparently,
True
yeah.
or not, it seemed like the easiest way to know it was you.
True or not?
Well, that's what they say and all. Look, don't get ahead, yeah? I want to help this... whatever it is. Inquisition.
Sounds petty and criminal.
You sound like a thief who acts out petty revenge fantasies.
I guess.
And that might be bad?
Oh, right. You want to prop that guy up so I can say my sorries? Bad things should happen to bad people. We find someone not so bad, maybe he'll end up not so dead. Good enough?
You didn't know the guy.
You said that like it's obvious, but you didn't know him.
I knew about him.
That's just rumor.
Look, I'd have been fine stripping his guards and nicking his stuff. Turns out he deserved worse.
He
Or was
did?
him trying to kill you a good thing? Are you the baddie? Didn't think so.
I guess having her around wouldn't be bad. Screwed. Let's just do it.
All right, Sarah. I can use you and your friends.
Yes! Getting good before you're too big to like. That'll keep your breeches where they should be. Plus extra breeches because I have all these... You have merchants who buy that piss, yeah? Got to be worth something.
Yeah.
Anyway, Haven. See you there, Herald. This will be grand.
I can't even. My entire mouse is just refusing to work. For some reason, all of a sudden my mouse is just... This was confusing. Too many breaches. This girl, this, I can't even, she is extremely energetic, I'll give her that. My god. It'll be interesting to see how this is gonna go with her. My god, I have never seen a girl like her before. It'll be funny to see how it turns out, though. There's a lot of loot to be found, but I'm still there. There's one thing I need to do for just a second. If you would. So was that it when it came to the loot? It was. Now, now my mouse is responding again. Or at least it seems to be. We'll see how this goes. Luckily there are a number of keys I can use with the conversation circle, whatever wheel. Okay. In hushed whisper. Grand Enchanter Fiona, leader of the Mage Rebellion, has offered an alliance with the rebel mages at Redcliffe. There's more going on here. I guess the Ghislaine estate. The Imperial Enchanter, Vivienne de Fer, the first Enchanter of Montsemard, has extended an invitation to her salon at the chateau of Duke Bastien de Ghislaine. Or something like that. Wait. Okay. I guess it's the best option we've got right now. Let's travel there then. We'll see what this is all about. As I know that she is one of the characters you're going to be that will also join. I wasn't sure about the Friends of Red Jenny. Now that I do, I understand something a little better about who the Friends of Red Jenny are. So it's like an entire criminal network spanning the whole of Thedas. Now, this music is bringing back certain memories from a certain DLC. Well, this is already turning...
Lord Trevelyan of Ostwick, representing the Inquisition.
Wow, I've been given quite the introduction.
A pleasure, sir. We so rarely have a chance to meet anyone new. It is always the same crowd at these parties.
Yeah.
So you must be a guest of Madame de Fer. Or are you here for Duc Bastien?
Are you here on business? I have heard the most curious tales of you. I cannot imagine half of them are true.
Finally, my mouse is back back into working condition. You know of me?
What have you heard about me?
Some say that when the veil opened, Andraste herself delivered you from the Fade.
That seems a bit ridiculous.
I'm not familiar with that name. I was invited here by First Enchanter Vivienne.
Madame de Fer is a fond nickname the court has given Lady Vivienne.
Ah.
I've heard she finds it amusing.
And what about this Duke?
I've heard very little about Duke Bastien.
He hasn't been seen much at court lately.
His business with the Council of Heralds often takes him from home for long periods. It can't be good for a man of his years.
And of course, there's the Civil War.
Wait,
Bastien
what
probably
war?
wishes to distance himself
Civil
from the
War?
actions of his one-time son-in-law.
Tearing up the Dales in a foolish bid for power? It will end in disgrace for Gaspard. Everyone knows it.
Everything you've told. What have you heard about me?
Some of those storytellers may have gotten carried away.
But only for the best effect. The Inquisition is a ripe subject for wild tales.
Yeah, I don't
The
appreciate that much.
Inquisition. What a lot of pig shit. Washed
you
up
are?
sisters and crazed seekers. No one can take them seriously.
Coming from a guy with a hat like that.
Everyone knows it's just an excuse for a bunch of political outcasts to grab power.
We're restoring peace here.
The Inquisition is working to restore peace and order to Thedas.
Here comes the outsider, restoring peace with an army.
Here comes the nutcase with the
We
weird
know
shaft's
what your
head.
Inquisition truly is. If you were a man of honor, you'd step outside and answer the charges.
My dear Marquis, how unkind of you to use such language in my house to my guests.
Oh, holy shit! She wears some. That is
No
some.
such rudeness is intolerable.
Damn, this lady.
Madame Vivienne, I humbly beg your pardon.
You should. Whatever am I going to do with you, my dear? My lord, you're the wounded party in this unfortunate affair. What would you have me do with this foolish, foolish man?
Yeah, let him go. He's not worth the trouble.
I think the Marquis has seen the error of his ways.
By the grace of Andraste, you have your life, my dear. Do be more careful with it.
She is. Wow.
I'm delighted you could attend this little gathering. I've so wanted to meet you.
I guess. Jeez.
Allow me to introduce myself. I am Vivienne, first enchanter of Montsimard, and enchantress to the Imperial Court.
Is that Marquis going to pose a problem?
His aunt is the Vicomtesse of Mont de Glace. Not a powerful family, but well respected. And very devout.
Ah.
Alphonse will be disowned for this. It's not the first time he's brought his aunt disgrace, but I'm sure it'll be the last. And after such a public humiliation, I expect he'll run off to the Dales to join the Empress's war effort. Either to make a good end, or to win back a modicum of self-respect.
I don't think the guy ever had any. But besides all the weird parties and all that, it's a pleasure to meet you. I like her, actually.
Charmed, Lady Vivienne.
Ah, but I didn't invite you to the chateau for pleasantries.
You didn't?
With divine Justinia dead, the chantry's in shambles.
It appeared that
Only
way,
the
yeah.
Inquisition might restore sanity and order to our frightened people. As the leader of the last loyal mages of Thedas, I feel it only right that I lend my assistance to your cause.
I didn't think she was investigated. What are loyal mages?
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to whom?
The Chantry?
To the people of Thedas, of course. We have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic exists to serve man. I support any effort to restore such order.
Okay. Do you support the circle?
So you're in favor of returning the mages to the circle, then?
Where else can mages safely learn to master their talents?
Point
We
taken.
need an institution to protect and nurture magic. Maker knows. Magic will find neither on its own.
A very good point there. What do you do to get
What's
out
in
of
this for you?
The same thing anyone gets by fighting this chaos. The chance to meet my enemy, to decide my fate. I won't wait quietly for destruction.
Okay. Do you support the chantry?
Are you devout? What's your opinion of the chantry?
I was a great admirer of the late divine Justinian V.
A lot of people seem to be.
Best unites the disparate cultures of Thedas and looks after its most vulnerable. Had she lived, Justinia could have accomplished so much.
But the chantry opposes us.
You are aware that the chantry hasn't sanctioned this Inquisition.
The Chantry is leaderless. They're in no position to officially sanction anything. Besides, my dear, if there is one virtue the Chant of Light teaches us, it is forgiveness. Once the Inquisition has sealed the breach, I'm sure the new divine will not care in the slightest about official permission.
What assistance do you bring?
What exactly can you do for the Inquisition?
I am well versed in the politics of the Orlesian Empire. I know every member of the Imperial Court personally.
That might be
I have
useful.
all the resources remaining to the Circle at my disposal. And I'm a mage of no small talent. Will that do?
I think so. You'll work inside the court.
Does that mean you'd be aiding the Inquisition from the Imperial Palace?
Ordinarily, I would be happy to serve as liaison to the court, but these are not ordinary times. The veil
True.
has been ripped apart and there is a hole in the sky.
That
It is now the
seems to be
duty of
very
every
obvious,
mage
yeah.
to work towards sealing the breach. And so I would join the Inquisition on the field of battle.
You say you led the last of the loyal mages. Loyal to who?
To the people of we have not forgotten the commandment, as some have, that magic... I support any effort to restore such order.
Okay, so that wasn't... I could use someone. I'm not going to do this. I'm not going to cause any sort of, you know, jealousy between any people. So, welcome aboard.
The Inquisition will be happy to have you, Lady Vivian.
Great things are beginning, my dear. I can promise you that.
I hope so. Not to sound like someone out of the game itself, but Maker knows I need every little help I can get. It shows that at least I've got some support. So this was literally just meant as an introduction to people. I guess it's now back to Haven. The first Inquisition. Well, at least I got some new people on board. What seems to be a aristocrat mage and a hyperactive thief / criminal mastermind, I guess is one thing you could call her. I'm not sure if I could go that far, but at least she's got influence. With the common folk, that is. Well, back in Haven. And there's now 2 people I can talk to. Who are these people? Oh, Colin and Cassandra. Although, Cassandra doesn't seem to be in the area. Cassandra? Are you here? Sweetie? Oh. Hey, I know that dude. That's the dude from back in Val Royeaux. He was there. And he wasn't exactly completely keen on that Lucius dude's idea of... that Lucius's dude's opinion. Let's have a talk to Colin. Maybe we can get some info out of him.
You there. There's a shield in your hand. Block with it. If this man were your enemy, you'd be dead.
Oh.
Lieutenant, don't hold back. The recruits must prepare for a real fight, not a practice one.
Yes, Commander.
We've received a number of recruits. Locals from Haven and some pilgrims. None made quite the entrance you did.
It wasn't my choice, trust me.
That wasn't my idea.
I'd be concerned if it was. I was recruited to the Inquisition in Kirkwall myself. I was there during the Mage Uprising. I saw firsthand the devastation it caused.
Sir.
Cassandra sought a solution. When she offered me a position, I left the Templars to join her cause.
I didn't expect that from
Now it seems
Cullen.
we face something far worse.
You trust in the English? You trust in this, huh?
You left the Templars for this. You believe the Inquisition can work?
I do. The Chantry lost control of both Templars and mages. Now they argue over a new divine while the breach remains. The Inquisition could act when the Chantry cannot.
Dude's got one hell of a
part of that.
piece of
There's
armor.
So much we can. Forgive me. I doubt you came here for a lecture.
Wait. You thought this through. But I don't...
You understand our situation. I appreciate your opinion.
Look around. Our people are well organized and committed.
And that's what I need.
Despite what the clerics think, we are in the best position to help. There's still a lot of work ahead.
Always is.
Commander, Sir Ryden has a report on our supply lines.
As I was saying.
The duty of a commander is never done. Cassandra seems to disappear. Oh, there she is. I'll talk to her in a moment. Let's see if anything new has turned up. I doubt it. I'm not that far ahead. But don't think I'm done talking to Cullen yet.
You traveled some distance to reach Haven. You're from the Circle in Ostwick?
I'm not used. Should I still be locked in? Yeah. I'm actually kind of glad I got out of it. But
Would you prefer I stayed locked away like a good mage?
I didn't. I only meant to make conversation. A poor choice of topic, given the past.
it's just a
Shall we
joke.
speak of something else?
Okay, tell me about Templar
I'd like
life.
to know more about the Templars.
If you need insight into what the Order is doing now, I'm afraid I can't offer more than you already know. Anything else, I will answer as best I
I got
can.
first-hand experience on what they do now.
Why did you join the Order?
Well, I
I
wondered,
think
yeah.
of no better calling than to protect those in need. I used to beg the Templars as our local chantry to teach me. At first, they merely humoured me. I must have shown promise, or at least a willingness to learn. The Knight Captain spoke to my parents on my behalf. They agreed to send me for training. I was 13 when I left home.
Wow. Young.
13? That's still so young.
I wasn't the youngest there. Some children are promised to the Order at infancy. Still,
What?
I didn't take on full responsibilities until I was 18. The Order sees you trained and educated first.
And the family?
What about your family? Did you miss them?
Of course. But there were many my age who felt the same. We learned to look out for one another.
So the Templar Order became like your family.
Prior to the Conclave, I'd only encountered Templars in the Circle. Do they do anything besides guard mages?
Templars protect against the dangers of magic. Before the Order left the Chantry, that meant serving in a circle. They were also tasked with tracking apostates, or fighting demons inevitably summoned by the weak or malicious.
So what's your opinion? I know it kinda. He was never a big fan of them back in both Origins and 2.
What do you think of mages? Are they all a threat?
I've seen the suffering magic can inflict. I've treated mages with distrust because of it, at times without cause. That was unworthy of me. I will try not to do so here. Not that I want mages moving through our base completely unchecked. We need safeguards in place to protect people, including mages, from possession of the beast.
That's not to be honest, I'm not completely against that. Dangerous people should be observed. Anyone who is potential danger, but that will count to anyone. But still.
I know how I spent my time in the Circle. But what was a typical day for a Templar?
Typical. The last time I was in a circle was right before it fell apart. Nothing was typical.
Before that, then?
Certain rituals require a full guard. A mage's harrowing, for instance. I've attended a few. Most of the time, you merely maintain a presence, on patrol or in the circle, ready to respond if needed. Mages pretend to ignore that presence, but they're watching you just as closely.
Do you not speak to the mages?
We would spend all day with Templars, and yet they rarely spoke to us.
A habit often mistaken for coldness, I'm sure. But we are expected to keep a certain distance from our charges.
Not to feel
If the mage is
sympathetic,
possessed or uses blood
I
magic, you must act
assume.
quickly, without hesitation. Your judgment cannot be clouded. Of course, ignoring one another does nothing to foster understanding.
True that.
What does Templar training involve?
There is weapon and combat training. Even without their abilities, Templars are among the best warriors in Thebes. Initiates must also memorize portions of the Chant of Light, study history, and improve their mental focus.
Seems kind of hard and boring. Sounds just like school.
Did you enjoy your training?
I wanted to learn everything. If I was giving my life to this, I would be the best Templar I could.
You were a model student.
I wanted to be. I wasn't always successful. Watching a candle burn down while reciting the chant of transfiguration wasn't the most exciting task.
Thank God I never became a Templar.
My mind sometimes wandered.
Tell me about their vows.
Templars take vows. I swear to the Maker to watch all the mages, that sort of thing.
There's a vigil first. You're meant to be at peace during that time, but your life is about to change.
It's hard to stay at peace during that,
Give
yeah.
yourself to a life of service. That's when you're given a filter, your first draft of lyrium and its power. As Templars, we are not to seek wealth or acknowledgement. Our lives belong to the Maker and the path we have chosen.
That was all.
That's all I wanted to know. Thank you.
I'm sure you have other matters to attend.